So guys, this video is going to share some conceptual about the microprocessor. If you clear the concept, you can clear all of the government job entrance exam related about some technical subjects. And one more thing is that if you search in YouTube or internet or Google, you can get lots of videos related about the microprocessor subject, where what is the actual definition, what is the structure, what is the architecture, what function of the microprocessor is going on. But my video is quite different from the traditional one, and the video is related about the clearing your concept. That means those guys that not be told in their video, I am going to share in my channel. Okay, so coming back to the subject, that is microprocessor, one of the most important subjects for each and every technical round and each and every technical disciplines. So first of all, you have to know that the description, that means definition. But here in the case of definition, I am going to say that microprocessor is basically, here you have to remind the four keywords. What is the keywords? That is, first of all is multi-purpose, programmable, clock driven, and register based. Okay, register based, that is obviously an electronic device, and that can accept the data's process into the processing unit according to the instruction. Okay, and then execute the result through output device or output units. So here the main thing is that, what is the main thing? These four keywords. Okay, you have to remind that when you are going to share the description, you have to mention these four keywords, these 4 points. That is what is multi-purpose, as because of microprocessor is basically doing all of the controlling process, and that is for the multi-purpose. Programmable, why it is programmable? As because when you are going to implement a microprocessor in any automatic control system, then you can give some comments, that is the instruction. I will later tell you what is the instruction and the concept of the instruction. So when you put any type of instruction in this microprocessor, that is logically operate or arithmetical operation will be goes on. That is also some programs will be run into the microprocessor's processing unit. So that is the programmable. Why it is clock driven? Because when you give some input and when you get some output, in both time is controlled by the timing unit. For that reason it is called the clock driven, and in that case we can get the data concept, and this data running concept, actually this data running concept is related about the asynchronous and synchronous. So as because of controlling the data processing, where clock driven is the most important. Now come here the register based. If you go through the architecture part, you can see there are some number of architectures are present there, as because in case of architecture, microprocessor can hold the data for some times in this register. Okay, now so if we go to microprocessor, basically this is the microprocessor unit, where microprocessor is generally interface with the memory, and where microprocessor can accept the data from the input device and after that process in the microprocessor, and that can send the data through the output device. Okay, so physical circuit is called the hardware and the set of instructions written in the microprocessor to perform the task, that is called the program. So in that case we can get the two term. One is that is interface. Okay, interface, this is one term. That means the connection of hardware. So here input to microprocessor connection, microprocessor to memory connection, or microprocessor to output device connection, this called the actually interface. Okay, now and the set of instruction using which microprocessor can run any task, this is called the program. So here this is basically interface and another one basically program. Okay, now the basic concept is coming about the microcomputer. Okay, microcomputer, we can all know that we are all habituated with our computer. So what is there? Some device, that is in case of computer you have a monitor, one input, that means suppose keyboard. Okay, that is input. You can get some display or some output device. You can have some printer, that means the output device, display or some printer. Okay, and one is that is CPU. Okay, so here like that. Okay, so in this CPU, this is the extra device. In case of that is the our conventional computer. So in that case CPU is a separate device where the processing, in that case CPU is the different device where the processing is going on and we can get some result. Okay, but in case of microcomputer, we can get this CPU. Instead of CPU we can use the microprocessor, and when the microprocessor is inbuilt in the computer, that is called the microcomputer. So in the case of microcomputer, the actual block diagram is like that. That is microprocessor. Okay, that is or CPU you can say. That means this is acts like CPU in case of microcomputer. Here we can get some input device, that is the output device, and that is also interface with our memory. Memory is RAM or ROM. This is also present here. Okay, so RAM, ROM, EPROM, EROM, like that. So this is the actual block diagram of the microcomputer. Okay, so guys, now come, that is the main portion, that is microprocessor based system with bus interface. Now come to the point, that is bus. You probably all know that what is the bus. Okay, so bus, that means nothing but the cable or the connection between each and every part of the system. So what is that? That is, this is the ALU register array and the control unit, that means processing unit. Here input, output unit, that means IO interface device, and this is the memory interface. So here what is going on, that is this processing unit, that means this is the actually processing unit, and this is the memory unit. Okay, and this is obviously input output interface unit. So what is going on? That is, the data should be passed through some cable, and this is nothing but through the system bus. The data is coming to input device, to the processing unit, where it is going to process according to some instruction, according to some command, and then the output device, if that must be stored, there is the memory unit, and if the data should be published through or execute through the display device, then the data is going to the bus, to the output device. So now the point is bus system, that is, what is bus and how it works in case of microprocessor. So now let's start this concept. So basically we can divide the bus system or bus of microprocessor in three parts. That is, number one is the address bus, then data bus, and then that is the control bus. Okay, so from the name we can understand what is that. That means address. Okay, so if, in reality, each and every person's, that means each and everyone, we have the own identification and own address. That means each and every house has its own number. So in the case of microprocessor, when microprocessor can accept the data from input device or send the data to the output device, then from where it is coming and from microprocessor where the data is going, and this portion has the particular address. This is portion also have the particular address. Okay, so from this address microprocessor can accept data, or from this address to this address microprocessor have to send the data. So this address or this location is confirmed by the address bus. Okay, now come here the data bus. Probably we all know that data, that means the informations which is going to be processed in the microprocessor, and this data bus is nothing but can carry the data from input device or can send the data to the output device. So data bus is carrying the data only, that means carrying the informations only. And what is the control bus? That is, when the data is coming or the data is going, that means there is the two performance. Okay, one is data must be come to microprocessor and then must be sent to output or memory unit. Okay, so that means one is microprocessor accept data, another one is the send the data. So the main work is accept and send. So these two working process is controlled by the control bus generating some signals. Later we will discuss that. Okay guys, now the point is how it works. Now you can see this is the bus interface of the microprocessor through the memory unit. Each and every memory consisting with some memory cells. Okay, now this is the different memory cells where the different data are stored in the different location. Here I am pointing like location 1, location 2, location 3 up to location n. And here we can see that is this is the microprocessor. Now microprocessor has to accept the data for the processing purpose. Okay, now first is here we can get the fetch. That means first one is fetch. Fetch means microprocessor has to find out the where the data is. Okay, in the memory unit. So that is called the fetch. So microprocessor has to first fetch the data. Okay, how? Suppose this data that is the data, and this data is in the location 3. This is the address. So how it is going to fetch? First, this location is going to the address bus. Okay, with the help of address bus, microprocessor can find out the data which will be processed. Okay, now accepting the data. Now microprocessor has to accept the data. How it can accept? Through the obviously data bus, because this is the responsible to transfer the data from microprocessor to another device. So now microprocessor can accept the data from the data bus. Okay, now what is going on? What should be work is going on? That is accepting. Data is going to microprocessor. That means microprocessor accept the data. So here the control bus generate the signal that support the accepting process. Okay, and one thing is that you can probably see that this is the bidirectional. Okay, the sign is represented here as the bidirectional data, because data nothing but accepting but also sending. So data is here, data bus is here working the two process, accepts and the send. According to the accept or send, the control bus can generate the signal. So now accepting the data, what is the actual meaning of this information? What is the actual meaning of the data? That is going to be decoded here, where it is also happened in the microprocessor. First step is fetching, then second step is after accepting the data, that is decoding, because through the data, after decoding the data, microprocessor can understand what is the performance is going on, what the data should be processed, and after the processing the data, microprocessor has to send the data using this data bus to the memory unit, either memory unit or the input output interfacing device, and that process is called the execute process. So guys, now let's find out this question, that is how to bus interface happened in case of 8085 microprocessor. It's one of the most important questions that will come in your board exam as well as your any competitive exam. So let's clear your concept first. So here you can see that is the 8085 microprocessor, where we can pointing here A15, A0, D7, D0. Next day I will mention this, and from here we can get address bus, data bus, and this is the control bus. So here we can see all the address buses positions is one direction, control bus is also one direction, but in case of data bus, that is the bidirection. So here at first 8085 microprocessor has to find out the data which is going to be processed. So first of all, microprocessor has to point out the location in case of memory and input or the other output device. Now with the help of data bus, it can accept the data from memory or input device, process the data, then through the data bus it can send the data to the output. So when microprocessor can accept the data, then control signal generates to support the accepting function, and when the microprocessor send the data to output, then control bus can generate the sending operational supporting signal. So that's for today guys. Hopefully this video is quite helpful and clear your concept, some of the performance of the microprocessor. Next day I will discuss about the bus, about the bit, and the so many of the concepts. So thank you.